Now, if you've ever wondered whether that old vase in your attic is a hidden treasure or, just like a dusty receptacle for spiders, the Seattle Home and Garden Show is the place to go because the show is back at Lumen Field Event Center starting today with hundreds of exhibitors. And the best news of all, the return of celebrity antiques appraiser Dr. Lori is here. She is also a longtime friend of New Day. She's here to kind of give us the inside scoop. A lot of us brought in some treasures, and we're hoping that you can kind of help boil down what's worth squatting on, hucking, donating.
Right. What's your trash, what's your treasure, this whole thing.
Yeah.
So at the home show for the last 10 years or more, basically what we do is people can come in with whatever they want to bring. I always say, have 5 objects, bring 5 friends, right?
Okay.
Down to the home show. And my Antique Appraisal Comedy Tour is coming and stopping here in Seattle once again. It's not waiting in line like you've seen, oh gosh, you're going to wait for the appraiser. It's not like that.
That's always in the background of those appraisal shows.
Yeah, no, it's theater seating.
Okay.
You'll be nice and comfortable. Bring whatever you like.
Okay.
And basically I'm going to tell you, how do you resell it? Should you hold on to it?
Okay.
What is it? And is it valuable?
That's exactly what we want to find out today. And we'll give you a scoop on the Home and Garden Show coming up. But let's start over here with Barbie, just because the brand, the heritage, the history.
Right.
And some of these did come from a viewer who heard me talking about my daughter's love of Barbie when she was little. So I know at least some of these, like this case, came from the 60s. They are well-loved, as I like to say.
They're well-loved. That's right. Because toys are usually like that. They need to be in good condition. Any of your art, antiques, and collectibles need to be in good condition. You want to think about that. These Barbies are from different time periods.
Yeah.
So first of all, what you actually have, just so you know, this is a 1990s era Barbie with a 1990s era case. That's great. Again, for those of us like you and I, that's not all that long ago.
Right. Okay.
These pieces actually, the bodies are not Barbies, the heads are Barbies.
Oh,
so that's the problem with this, because an expert like me, of course, a longtime appraiser, this particular piece, I look at this and go, okay, well, the heads are right, but the bodies are wrong, so not so much in terms of value. What does have value, even though they have a little bit of condition issues, are, of course, these particular cases, because you would take all your clothes and you'd go to your friend's house with all of your Barbie stuff and you'd play Barbies. Retail value on this one is going to come in about $45, and this one's going to come in closer to $65, just for the case, no clothing.
Wow.
If the clothing for Barbie has the Barbie label, like a designer label, then that increases in value. Those go for about $5 a piece. Now, in talking about toys, I want you to think about these types of things. So first of all, you have some Matchbox cars.
So dig those out of your vacuum bag.
Right,
under the couch.
exactly, yeah.
Okay.
And then you also have Hot Wheels. And there's a difference, okay? A lot of people will have the difference between those particular types of toy cars. Usually the ones that you want to look for, the most valuable ones, are white. Okay, the white color and the purple color for Hot Wheels, and those that have a red line around their little wheel.
So Hot Wheels, kind of think husky colors. And why is that?
Yeah, husky colors, right. Because those colors were more rare. They didn't produce as many of them. So you want to think about that. Retail value on this one has a little bit of damage at the top, about $65 for that Hot Wheel. Hot Wheels are usually those muscle cars, right? Now, jewelry, I want you to think precious metals and gemstones, okay? If you want to bring jewelry down to the home show, but you're concerned, I don't know if I want to bring it, bring a picture.
Well, a lot of us are handed stuff from our mom or grandma and we're not sure. Is this real or was this sort of travel jewelry?
I'll be able to tell you. And remember, the costume jewelry, or as you call it, travel jewelry, is in fact valuable too. So don't make that mistake.
Okay. What about coins? I know I have several at home that I'm always wondering. These are old, but...
Yes, and they're circulated. So once they're circulated, value goes down. If they were used to buy a candy bar in 1936, then they're not worth as much as if they were never touched.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, so think about that. Those are nice coins. Now people are looking for them because the silver market is high. So again, those are actual silver.
Okay.
So that's the other thing you want to think about. Of course, when people come into the home show, they always say, what if I have something big, Dr. Lori? I can't bring you my dining room set, and you're only here for the home show. You've got one shot to see me this year, right? So remember, you can take photographs and bring those in. And there's so much at the home show that you want to see, too.
So don't bring the credenza.
Don't bring the credenza, right? Photos of it.
Okay, cameras, vintage cameras are hot.
Vintage cameras are hot, okay? But you have to make sure they're in working condition and that it's relatively easy to get the film, because people want to use them. Okay. Retail value on this one, which is the Bell & Howell, that one's going to come in anywhere between $90 and $110.
Wow, okay.
It will all depend on functionality.
These are like some tchotchkes, a perfect example. My grandfather, my papa, I miss him. I have a box of a bunch of his stuff. These were in them. He was a collector, but also a as he called it, a junker. He would go to garage sales, junk sales, as he called it. So I wasn't quite sure.
Sometimes it's hard. There you go.
Pressed down.
You got to push.
I did look when he first gave this to me.
And that's going to be a knife. There you go.
It's a knife
be
and
careful.
a pitchfork.
So carving, basically it's a carving set. It comes from, of course, Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
A lot of these came back from the Vietnam conflict. Retail value on that's going to be about $50. There's a lot of them out there. And these are going to be just about $35. They're from the same area of the world.
Sale, Pop. Okay, that's all right.
Yeah, you know, remember, when you're thrifting, a lot of people are going to thrift stores. My YouTube channel, which is a lot about thrifting and what to buy and how to resell it, which I'll teach you at the home show too, is, of course, has 100 million views. And my YouTube channel also teaches you what should I buy and what should I leave there. So vintage purses are one of the things that you might want to buy when you're at the thrift store because they can have a lot of value. This one, of course, is gold lame. How do you look in gold lame, Chris? Not bad.
Going for the gold all week.
Yeah. I like it with the brooch.
That works, yeah. Thank you.
So retail value on a piece like this, because it does have some damage. It dates to the 1960s, early 1970s. Retail value on that, $45.
We're just about out of time, but we want to talk about this board game. It's vintage. It's super hyper local. In Cleveland, a TV station in vintage. Does that have value?
That's right. Okay, it will have value, but not as much value here as it will, of course, in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Okay? But there's also more of them in Cleveland, right, that are probably still in a basement or an attic. So think about that. Remember, you want to know where to store your stuff. Art and antiques like to live where you like to live. They like 72 degrees heat. They like, air conditioning in the summer. No attics, no basements. So keep them in good shape and the value will go up.
I love it. You want to go see her in person? Dr. Lori is going to host her Lively Antiques Appraisal comedy show. This is on stage this Friday. You can visit her. You can bring your treasures, as she said, not their credenza, at 12:30 and again at 2:30. So search your closets, your attics, look for those goodies. The Seattle Home and Garden Show runs today through Sunday.
And I'm there Friday and Saturday.